Hi guys, welcome to Trending, brought to you by Airtel. My name is Nancy Isima and I'm your host. As you know, on this show, we talk about everything and everyone that is trending. Today is no different. Allow me to go on this break. And when I come back, the show begins. Welcome back to Trending, brought to you by Airtel. Today on my hot seat, I have the one, the only, my brother from my states. We like to call each other. We're like, he's from my states, she's from my states, my sister, my brother.
I was waiting for you to
Johnny Drille!
Absolutely. And my sister.
How are you?
Good.
Good to have you here. So we have this segment called the Style Update segment.
Yes.
You tell us what you're wearing and the inspiration behind it.
Oh.
So what are you wearing today?
Well, to be honest, the jeans was a gift from someone.
Okay.
So I don't exactly know what brand it is, but I know we're in dark culture.
Okay.
I'm a simple guy.
Culture or future?
So dark future.
All right, okay.
Don't mind me.
No, it's fine.
Anyways, I'm a simple guy, casual. I like casual stuff, like big things and free-flowing stuff. The usual.
Okay, that's good to know. So today we'll be discussing the topic diversity in music, genres, and staying relevant in the music industry. Yeah. Your sound has always been distinct and unique. I know you've heard this a million times. I'm sure the last time on the show I told you. But I mean, we can never stop giving people their flowers and letting them know how amazing they sound. Just for clarity's sake, the genre you perform is?
Again, that's very tricky, especially here, because we tend to lump a lot of genres into one that we call alternative.
Okay.
But at my core, I'm a folk singer. But of course, here it's called alternative.
Alternative.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So it's not like Afro, hip hop, rock. Everything has Afro these days.
There's a lot of fusion. To be honest, like genres are beginning to blur a lot.
Yeah.
In fact, what we call like current Afrobeats is kind of like R&B, but we call it Afrobeat. So the fusion happening, it makes genre classifications a bit more tricky. But personally, for me, at my core, I'm a folk singer. Okay. But alternative in a general sense.
Okay. Did you choose this genre, or did the genre choose you?
I think that when you say the genre chose me, like the person alone.
Yeah. This life didn't choose me. The life chose. No, I didn't choose this life. The life chose me.
I know, right? I think that because the kind of music I listened to growing up, the kind of music I was exposed to, I kind of tilted towards it. So maybe in that sense, it kind of chose me. Okay. I've intentionally made the kind of music I've been making over the years, so I chose it as well.
You chose it.
As always.
That's great. That's great. Over the years, I'm sure what makes this question very interesting for me is I'm very sure that the last time I spoke to you, I'd probably asked you if you see yourself, changing your sound because of the market, and I'm pretty sure you said it was something that you want to do for the longest time. No?
The next thing I'm going to say right now is probably going to contradict whatever I said then or whatnot.
Okay, but a few years ago, if you were asked if you're ever going to change your sound, what would you have answered?
I would say never.
And you stuck to it. I mean, you actually stuck to it because that's the same.
But to be honest, I'm a bit more open now.
Oh, okay.
Especially with fusion and music becoming such a thing. I think that anything is possible, especially with collaborations. Okay. A collaboration I did recently so bad, but the song's not out, so I can't say. Okay. But you never know what the possibilities are. Right. I know Zlatan and Nonso Amadi were gonna do a song at some point. Right. And in my head, I actually thought it was gonna really bang. Right. I don't know if they've done a song, but I feel like collaborations are key these days, and you never know what's possible. Exactly. So I'm definitely open to exploring things, but at my core, for the musicality to stay the same.
Okay, that's amazing. So have you been able to stay in this particular mind frame of just sticking to your sound? Because I don't know how you guys do it, but I feel like if I was a musician and I do like R&B or the kind of music you do, and then tomorrow the trend is boom boom, I probably be like, producer, do you have any boom boom beats? Give them sharp quickly so I can make some money off it, Yeah. But how have you been able to just stay true to your sound year in, year out, EP after EP, music single after single? How have you been able to do that?
I think for our industry, especially this kind of industry, that it almost seems like everyone's an artist these days. To be able to stand out and just, in a sense, stay relevant, being different, just being able to stay different from the crowd is very important. And I think when we look at the industry, all the people making waves right now, from the Wizkids to the Davidos and the Burna Boys and O'Malley's and whatnot, there's something different about them. Even if it's a lot of them are doing Afrobeats. There's something unique to them. It's a different approach to it. So for me as well, it's been key for me, just staying different.
Yeah.
If there's anything I always wanted people to identify with Johnny Drille, is that difference, that, hey, when you mention that name, you kind of know, hey, this guy's known for this, known for being different, for being, not like I want to feel special or all that stuff, but to be an artist, you kind of need that.
And there's nothing wrong with wanting to feel special. Everybody should feel special. Yeah. So if you don't want
I just was trying not to be quirky, but
yeah, I mean, you did it in the most humble way. But I think there's nothing wrong with being special, with wanting to feel special. Okay, so do you think or do you agree that Nigerians entirely have come to accept your sound over the years?
In 108 million people, 200 million people, I think there's a huge Johnny Drille fan base in there. And I think any kind of sound whatsoever, be it jazz, be it rock music, I feel like the audience is there, it's just about finding them. I've reached everybody that I could reach, but I'm grateful for all the fans that, over the years have stayed true to Johnny Drille and have supported me and my music and have continued to listen. If people, of course, people like Nancy.
Start with me and
I start with people like them because
recognize.
Nancy, when she wakes up in the morning, she listens to Johnny Drille. And throughout the day, she's listening to Johnny Drille in the car, and before she sleeps, she listens to Johnny Drille. No.
Yeah. now I just, now you're about to make me lie on TV.
Well, I'm grateful for Nancy. I'm grateful for everybody listening and supporting Johnny Drille. So I don't think I could ask for more. I can't ask for more. But then it's a journey, and I know the future is so much brighter than what it even looks like right now.
Of course it is. Of course I can tell. Content creation. You seem to have a thing for it. From your covers, like you made a cover of High and that went viral. There's Johnny the bad boy and there's Johnny the good guy. I don't know who I like really between the both of them. If I was to go for one, I don't know who. Maybe
I get girls like bad boys.
You get me, girls. Well, I'm becoming a woman. I want to be 30.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I
30
can't
is
wait
big.
to be properly Auntie. So like when I give opinions, it's coming from old age.
See where she's even
going. No longer gonna be
so
like, who is this small girl? Like, girl, I'm an old soul. Now I can match up to the old soul. Let's go there. But you create great content on social media. Is content creation something for you?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I like anything that's visuals and that's creative. I like to think of myself as a storyteller sometimes. Okay. Like if you go on my social media, you see that a lot. Over the last couple of months, I actually learned how to shoot and edit videos myself. Oh, that's mad. Yeah, it's very interesting.
Did you learn that during COVID?
Actually, that's where it started.
Pandemic.
Yes, a lot of people got new skills after that.
There's still COVID. So during the lockdown, that's the lockdown.
Yes. But content creation for me is I love the fact that you can. I don't want to be boxed in, just want to really express myself in whatever capacity.
Yes, and I think people who content create are also very intelligent people, so do you see yourself as one?
Yeah.
On the scale, what do you think your IQ is? Have you ever tested?
Not really, but if I would take a guess, I think I'll probably be like an 11.5.
Oh, for real?
Over 10.
Mad. That's it.
I'm just kidding. No, don't mind me, this is not me. I think maybe
what's wrong with being so smart?
No, I don't want to be all, self-absorbed and all that, but I think I'll probably pick a 8, 9, if we're being honest. Well, it depends on what actually. If it's about creative stuff, I'll probably a 10. If it's in maths, I'll probably a 2.
There's that. If it's politics, I'll probably -1. Just leave me. Okay, well, let's talk about Johnny's room life.
Yes.
That's I think it's a very intimate event, but I want to know, why did you decide to do something like a Johnny's room where your fans can sit down on the floor, stand if they need to, just feel connected to Johnny Drille?
It was going back to my roots. I know when I was in Benin at the time, I only just moved to Lagos in 2017. All my life before then I was in Benin, in the house. It wasn't like an urban place, it was more like on the outskirts, and just making music in that room. Tiny room with that fan that was rolling and making all that annoying noise. No AC, it's just heat all the way, and just trying to create music. And I had this idea, this dream that my music could get out of that small town I was in and reach the world. And that was significant to me because of that room. In that room I made one of my biggest songs so far, Wait For Me. A lot of people don't know that. One of these days I'll post a picture of the room. It is thank God. But it was significant to me when I thought of an idea for the show, and I just figured, this room where I make my music, what if I invited fans to be a part of this room, where you kind of just feel relaxed, you kind of just want to chill and just let loose and know, so it was what birthed Johnny Drille Live. We've had 2 editions so far. We're having the 3rd one. We didn't do last year because of COVID, of course.
Right.
But
I feel like there's been more editions.
So, we've done 3 editions, but we've done multiple cities. The first, we do the first year we did Abuja and Lagos. Second year we did Abuja, Lagos, and Benin. Went home, and then this year we've announced Lagos and Abuja, and I think we're gonna announce more cities in a bit.
Okay, invite me for one of them.
You should come, absolutely.
Yeah,
look, I don't have to invite you. What are you my sister for?
Exactly.
You should be everywhere with me.
Yeah, right, just beside you while you're pressing your piano, just beside, giving you keys. So let's talk about fame and finances. Yeah. And in Nigeria, sometimes fame and finances does not really go hand in hand. Mm-hmm. You could be quite famous, not even just in Nigeria, in this social media age where blowing is so easy. Like, you just need to put out a content that clicks with the audience, and at least a huge percentage of those on social media, and then you're known everywhere. Yeah. But do you think that once you're famous, that there's a lot of money that comes with it, or do you think that fame and finances are just there too?
Trust me, fame and finance are like this. You can be as popular as they come. And be as broke. So this is what I think happens a lot of times. When you become famous, you now want to keep up with that famous lifestyle. There's things that people expect from people that are famous. And over time, I've tried not to get caught up in that trap or whatever. When you become famous, people kind of expect you to be a certain way, look a certain way, not to repeat clothes, to drive a kind of certain type of car, to just be exquisite. I mean, of course, there's a ton of artists that, a lot of celebrities that, can afford these things. But a lot of times you'd be surprised the number of popular people that, it's a struggle. Yeah. So I think it's 2 different things. And again, for every creative person, I think it's important to be able to make smart financial decisions. Yeah. Just being yourself. I don't know if I've succeeded a lot at that, but when I want to repeat clothes, there's something in me, not me. Personally, I would repeat clothes, but just like someone from my team is probably going to call me and be like, I saw you wear this. Why are you wearing this again? That's it for me. Just be yourself. I think that's what a lot of people are drawn to, a lot of fans. That's what gets you real fans, that authenticity, that realness. Let's
talk about Before We Fall Asleep, the album.
Yes.
Take us through the working process of Fall Asleep.
I'm trying to think of where to start from. As a matter of fact, it's my debut album, first of all album. It comes to a lot of people as a surprise. I've been consistent in the industry for at least another 6 years, 2015 till 6 years, yeah. First major song I dropped, was Wait For Me. That was in 2015. But I never really put out a project. I mean, there's a bunch of reasons for that. But in 2021, I just felt like this was a time, and I needed to be able to get past that point as an artist, and just to be able to be free and just express creatively, because there's so many songs I'd held up for so long. Anyways, it was a blessing to be able to finally put it out, and big shout out to everyone involved that was involved, from the producers to the songwriters. I worked with Wilson Music, with London, as a UK singer-songwriter and producer. I worked with a ton of artists and instrumentalists, and in fact, as a matter of fact, there's a deluxe version coming up, and that has even more surprises. So, very excited for that one as well. But if you haven't listened to the album, you should check it out. It's a very different Johnny Drille project. It's very different from any project out there, and you totally love it.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. Anything else you're working on? I feel like Before We Fall Asleep is already amazing enough, but we always want to know, especially those of us who love your music, and want to know, what are you working on? What is next? What should we expect from you?
The deluxe version of the album is on the way. Okay. There's an acoustic version of the album as well on the way. Okay. That's probably going to be 2 in 1, but we'll see. But of course, there's always new music, collaborations. There's so much I want to talk about, but I can't really say. As much as I love you, Nancy, I'm not going to give you that information.
It's okay. I will let you do whatever you want. It's okay. Hopefully next time you come on a show, you would be free enough to talk about this?
Absolutely, I will. I will even tell you after this, but it's okay. I just don't want them to know yet.
Oh, it's okay. Thank you so much for sharing as much as you've done. Amazing always. Hey guys, welcome back to Trending, brought to you by Airtel. I still have the one and the only Johnny Drille on my hot seat, and we are about to play some games. First off, it's a fast fire question segment. I need to ask you a couple questions about yourself, and you just answer them really fast.
All right.
Under 60 seconds.
Okay.
Okay, great. Are you ready?
Yes.
Time starts now. What do you think your most listened to song is?
Wait for me.
What was the last song you listened to?
Love Wantington. CK.
If you were in a band, what would your band name be?
The Wild Kingsman.
Okay. What Nigerian language can you speak?
Softest. Oh wow. I love Nigerian languages hard. I think is it Hausa?
I think so too. I agree.
Yeah.
So soft.
Which one can I speak? I can speak Edo slight, just a little bit.
Benin or Asian? Benin. Okay.
Yeah.
PlayStation or Xbox?
PlayStation, of course.
What is the weird thing you do that no one knows?
Don't want to tell you that.
List 5 things in your wallet.
Money, ATM card, my ID, the wallet itself.
Do you have a song that reminds you of a relationship? If so, what song?
Count on You.
Oh, okay. That's that for that segment. We're going to move on to the tribe. The tribe is where I get to ask you a couple social media abbreviations and slangs.
Hey.
Like you give me their meanings
okay.
or yeah.
I'm going to feel this one. I already know.
No, you try. First one, IYK, YK.
IYK.
YK.
IYK.
IYK, YK. I'm saying it in the tone, no. IYK, YK.
Just tell me.
If you know, you know.
Damn it.
BTS.
Behind the scene.
Yes. GML. This is quite recent.
GML.
Like when you're in the club or in a party, like GML. GML. Come on.
Good morning, lover.
I like that. But it's Get Me Lit.
Get Me Lit. Oh, yeah, I know that.
I think it's a
but I've learned that one now. Get Me Lit. Get Me Lit.
Yes. Akube. What does Akube mean?
I know Akube. It sounds like something from Edo. Like an Edo.
Akube. I think it's in Yoruba.
Oh. Akube means like in Benin means to come together. Yeah. So I don't know.
This doesn't even have a cheese, like Akube.
Oh well, tell me, I don't know.
Thrift.
Thrift?
Yeah.
Oh, that's thrift?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I had no idea.
Oh. Icho.
That's not an abbreviation now, that's Icho is the Davido, Icho, like, who they breathe?
You're adding more to it. You're not even saying a meaning. No. You're adding you're adding more.
It means like if something is so dope, like
overwhelming,
like overwhelming, like you know, it takes your breath away, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. So we have one riddle, which is what month of the year has 28 days? What month of
February. You know, because when I was younger, we used to do this. 30 days of September, April, June, and November. All the rest have 31 except February alone, which has 28 days and 29 days in each leap year, something like that. So every time I want to think about the number of days in a month, I sing that in my head.
Yeah, but see, do you know why it's a riddle? Because it's never really what it is. So really? What month of the year has 28 days? Not has only 28 days.
Oh, I see what you mean. Well, there's no month then, right?
That has 28 days? What month of the year has 28 days?
It's February every leap year.
It's all of them.
All the Februarys?
All have 28 days. All
really?
the months have 28 days. Not, so here's the thing.
Well, all the months have 28 days?
Yeah, so it's not what month has only 28 days. Then February. So what month has 28 days, meaning all the months really don't have, because they all exceed 28 days into 31.
I didn't think of it like that. That's so tricky. But
I know,
whatever.
That's why it's a riddle. So tricky. Tricky riddle. Okay, we're going to take another break. When we come back, Johnny Drille will be reading some nasty comments. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Trending, brought to you by Airtel. I still have Johnny Drille on my hot seat and he's about to read some nasty comments. Please read and respond the best way you can.
Oof. All right, I have to take this off. I'm sick in the head. Says, Johnny is still a child. No wonder this guy knows if he blows since now I understand. Forget women, face yourself. Well, I'm sick in the head. It's sick in the head. So there's a response to that. Well, it's petty as hell. Anonymous, John or whatever your name is. I beg, no write any song for my babe OAS. I think I know where this is coming from. So I put out a tweet like a while ago, and it's like the first ever girl I ever fell in love with. Was some girl when I was in primary school, and her name was OAS. Oh. So I don't know if he thinks that that's his girl. Well,
it is what it is.
It is what it is. And this one says, Anonymous, you making the show in Nigeria, making the money in Naira and Nigerian dollars, and design sin against you or not good enough for you. So pay customs and keep smiling. Brain upside. This doesn't even make sense. I'm trying to even understand what he's talking about.
Did you talk about anything customs? Because this is getting from
blogs. Oh, so I ordered something. It's like 2 years ago actually, from outside the country. And when it came back, the amount to clear the product was like almost twice the price of the product itself. So I went online. I started to like rant and all that stuff. So it says I'm making money, so I should pay customs. Bro, you think money is?
Exactly, just pay it anyhow. Any bill that comes, just take care of it.
Oh man, how do I not see these petty people?
Yes, go.
Well, I love you still. I know you probably don't mean that like that, but whatever.
Okay, well, Johnny, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
Always a pleasure to have you. Thank you.
Always a pleasure to see you.
Yeah. Okay, it's time to say goodbye. Well, before I do so, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for sticking with my guest, and I had Johnny Drille on my hot seat. As you know, you can also join the conversation. Follow us on Twitter at Peep TV, on Instagram at Official Peep TV. You can also follow me on Instagram if you wish at Nancy Isima Official. Until I see your pretty faces next time, do not forget that I love you, but God loves you more. Bye-bye.